Alright, so as many of you guys probably know by now, we're going to be getting a brand new mini box in just a few days time. And if you're a Synchro player, you should be very excited for it. Since we're going to be getting a brand new, probably top tier Synchro deck, I'd be very surprised if it isn't, and being your Synchro Monster SPEEDROIDs. These cards are crazy, and the rest of the supporting in here seems really goddamn good. And of course, we've got the brand new bundle for it, which is giving us the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and we're getting the brand new skill, which is already looking absolutely incredible. So this deck list, it's probably going to be pretty damn good, just by judging from the cards in the box already. And if you want to see my full review, by the way, where I go through all the cards in here and talk about all the other art types as well, like Abyss Actor, my Raid Raptors, and just everything else in here so you guys know what's going on, I'll be doing a full review of this box in just a few hours time once this video goes live, so feel free to subscribe to check that out, or just come back later so you'll see the review. I'll be going through all the cards and telling you what I think is going to be good, what's going to be bad, and yeah, give me a good review. Alright, but the point of this video is because we already had a rough idea of what Synchro cards or SPEEDROID cards we were going to be getting, because we got that loaner deck in game, we've already had or the community has already given a lot of time into just coming up with a bunch of combos and cooking up a lot of really fun stuff. So the whole point of this video is I want to show off a whole bunch of different combos for you guys, just covering all the cool shit you can do with this deck list. So before we do that though, I have to go through the skill first, because obviously, if we don't go through the skill, you won't really know what the hell is going on during the replays. So the skill is of course going to be Clear Wing Acceleration. This skill has two effects to worry about. The first one is, if you control a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, you can just play one SPEEDROID Red Die from your deck or graveyard straight to the field. So already a monstrously strong skill, because if you have your level 7 on the field, you can just place your die straight on the field and go straight into your brand new level 8 whenever you feel like it. So already off to a good start. Then the second part of the skill is you can send one SPEEDROID Tuner Monster or Synchro Monster in your deck or your field to the graveyard at any point. So just whenever you like, just chuck a tuner in your graveyard, which is really good, really strong in a deck list that is able to bring back tuners from their graveyard, or use tuners in graveyard that have effects that, for example, banish themselves to bring back SPEEDROIDs from the graveyard. So this skill is ridiculous, already two absolutely bonkers effects, and it's all in one skill, so you'll see it during the replays. Alright, so before I get into the actual replays, just a reminder, if you want to see any of the deck lists or the cool sort of stuff I'll be coming up with once the new box releases and all the sort of replays and live gameplay, remember to hit that like button down below and consider subscribing to the channel, as I'll have a whole bunch of videos and deck lists and stuff out once the new box is released, so yeah, remember to subscribe for that. Alright, let's get into it. So the first two replays I'm going to be showing you are going to be very simple, sort of just one-card combos, very basic stuff. Nothing too exciting. The final three replays are the sort of the exciting ones that you guys will sort of get a good idea of how strong this deck list might actually be. Alright, so first one I'll be showing you is going to be a double yo-yo replay. So this is the most basic of basic hands. Let's just say the rest of your hand was just a complete and utter brick. You just drew just all back row or something. Alright, so first thing you do is just activate your skill. So, skill activate, we're going to be sending a tuner to our graveyard, sending our Daiko Duke for some follow-up on future turns. Alright, normal summon our Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo can just bring back the Duke because it's a tuner monster, and this guy can just bring back a level 3 or lower SPEEDROID monster, which this thing is. Then we can just go straight into your level 7. Activate the second part of your skill. This will place your level 1 on the field, so we have a 1 and a 7, and of course that just leads straight into your level 8. And like I said earlier, because we have your SPEEDROID Daiko Duke in the graveyard, it's a little bit of follow-up on future turns, because you can banish it at basically during your next turn to bring back one of your SPEEDROIDs from your graveyard, bring back one of your tuner monsters. So a little bit of follow-up, and it's a very simple combo, and of course you'll have 3 other back row in hand to go with your really nasty monster negate that just gains a billion attacks, so. Alright, second replay. So this one's going to be a Terrortop replay. So Terrortop can just summon itself to the field if you have no other monsters, so just special summon it straight to the field. And in doing so, we'll just add one SPEEDROID monster from your deck to your hand. In this case, adding a, how you pronounce this card's name, this Tom, whatever this card is. Because we have a SPEEDROID monster on the field, he can just special summon himself. So keep in mind, no normal summon used, keep that in mind. This card on the field can just banish or tribute himself to search for a SPEEDROID tuner monster and summon it straight to the field. In this case, going to be your Piper. And this card is probably my favorite card of the whole archetype, just because I love card draw a lot. And this card, basically, if you have other SPEEDROIDs on the field, for example, you can just activate its effect, excavate the top card, add it to your hand. Now, I made a little bit of a mistake in this replay as I wanted to do it properly, because you want to use your skill first before you summon this thing, because if you do so, it means you have less chance, or you have no chance, of drawing into one of those tuner monsters that you don't really want to draw into. So, I should have used my skill beforehand, so I think I correct myself here. Yeah, I take my skill, so I send my monster to the graveyard. I obviously had to do that before this card summoned, because this thing's an on-summon effect, but just pretend I did this earlier. Alright, now I summoned this card and I used its effect, so I basically get to just excavate the top card, add a card to hand, and of course adding my, just whatever back row I drew into. Very cool. Alright, these two cards can then be obviously synchro summoned. Going into our level 7, once again activating the second part of our skill, summoning level 1, and there is our level 8. Alright, slamming that on the field. Then setting our back row. So again, another very simple combo. Just a 1-card starter. And of course, we didn't actually use our normal summon, by the way. So if we draw an entirely brick hand and we just happen to open a copy of your Piper, you can go, a copy of your, your Terrortop, you can go straight into this combo, and then when you had your excavate off of your Piper, if you happen to draw into a copy of your yo-yo, you could obviously extend this play much further. Also, by the way, I'm going to be showing you a lot of Terrortop replays, but they're not actually, even though we've only got one copy of Terrortop, it's not like it's going to be an inconsistent thing to card draw into, because of course, we're going to be getting a copy of your channeler in the main box, on the mini box, which just searches for wind monsters, so you can get a hold of your Terrortop very, very easily, which is why I'm showing you so many Terrortop replays. Alright, third replay. This one's going to be a 2-card combo, using a copy of your Terrortop in combination with your Turbo. And I got this replay from a guy named of Desenzu. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but I saw it in the Duel Links Meta Discord, and I want to show off a few replays from their community, because they're obviously a lot better than me at this game, so I want to show off a couple of replays. This one's a really cool one that ends on 2 crystal wings. Obviously, we can't do that because we're getting it in a limited 1 bundle, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere here it says it's limited to 1, but basically this thing's going to be limited to 1, so we can't be doing that, I believe. I actually can't see where it is, but anyway, this card is, I think, limited to 1, so you can't do that, but just replace the other Crystal Wing with just any other level 8 Synchro, for example. Alright, so from here we special summon out our Terrortop. Terrortop searching for our Takumber, or whatever the card's name is. Summon it to the field, send it to the graveyard, give yourself your level 1 tuner, which can change the level of another card on field to one that you like, making it, I don't even know what level he changed it to. The matching level that allows him to go into the level 5, so he made it a level 4. Alright. Summoning out, because he had a Speedroid on field, he can summon his card Turbo straight from hand. We now got a 5 and a 3. Going straight into your, obviously, your level 8. Alright, then we're going to be using your second skill effect to send this tuner monster to the graveyard. He can then banish himself to bring back one of your tuners. In this case, bringing back your Turbo. And because you have a tuner on the field, your Hagotia can bring itself back. And there you go, a 5 and a 3. And there is your second level 8. So 2 giant level 8 Synchro monsters from just a simple 2-card combo. Now this isn't my favorite way to do this. As you'll see in the final replay, I'll show off my favorite route to getting to 2 big level 8 monsters that I think is a lot cooler. But I haven't actually proofread that replay, but we'll see. Alright. This replay is going to be probably the most hype one. I think a lot of people are going to be most excited for. I don't think it's the sort of most competitive one, but I think it's the most exciting one, as you'll see. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is, this is by Atlas, by the way, a very prominent member in the Duel Links Meta Discord. Shouts to that guy. Alright, so I'm going to be special summoning out my Terrortop. Terrortop on summon, giving me a search. Going my Takumber, or whatever his name is. Summon himself to the field. Oh, sorry, I take my skill first, sending my dice to the graveyard. Now I special normal summon out my yo-yo. Yo-yo can bring back the tuner monster. Changing our level to, what level do we change it to? Level 4. Then using those 2 to go into our level 5. Now special summoning out our Takumber, who can contribute himself. Bring out a tuner straight from deck. Grabbing our level 3 Daiko Duke. Just waste of highlighting this. Alright, these dudes then go into your first of your level 8s. You can, of course, banish him to bring back a tuner monster, and because we have a tuner monster on the field, we can actually summon back a Hagotia, which we do right now. These two are of course going to go into another Synchro monster, being your Battle Wasp Asuna, which is obviously a Tuna Synchro monster. So then we have a Tuna Synchro monster and another Synchro monster, so we could end on a copy of your Stardust Warrior. So very, very strong monster end board. It doesn't really get much stronger than this in Duel Links most of the time, ending on Crystal Wing and of course your Stardust Warrior, which is 2 negates off the bat, which is insane for a 2-card combo, so you'd have 2 other cards in hand. Pretty damn insane. But like I said, I don't think this is going to be the most competitive way to play the deck, because you miss out on off having your card draw like I showed you earlier from their Excavate, and I feel like just drawing into more back row is probably going to be a lot stronger, especially when you can just summon out 2 level 8s instead. For example, from this replay here. So this is a bit of a homebrew replay. This is the one I've come up with. I haven't fully proofread it, so I might be making mistakes in here. Obviously, I'm not the greatest duelist on the planet, so hopefully I didn't make any mistakes in here, but if I did, feel free to call them out in the comments. I don't think I messed up. I think I've got all the limitations that comes with the skill and all that in mind, so I think I'm good, but you'll see what I'm going with this. Alright, so first thing, it's basically a 2-card combo using Terrortop and your double yo-yo. So first thing I do is summon out my Terrortop. Terrortop searching for Takenberg, or whatever his name is. Summon himself to the field. He goes to the graveyard. Summons out your Tuna monster. And I'm not going to use this card's effect yet. I'm going to wait to use it later on. So these two can then become a copy of your level 7. Bring out your level 1 via your skill. And there is your first of your Crystal Wings. Alright, now I'm going to use my copy of double yo-yo to bring back my level 1. Making this thing, of course, level 3. Activating the second effect of my skill to send my Daikojuk to the graveyard. He can then banish himself. Summoning back my level 4. Now the reason I summoned it now rather than using its effect before is because I wanted to have more SPEEDROIDs on field and more wind monsters on field, because the more monsters you have on field, the more cards you can excavate to choose which card you want to add to hand. So we'll look through my top of my deck, see if there's anything cool in there, and add a card to my hand. In this case, we added just a copy of Compulse. Alright, these 2 cards can now become a level 4, because one's a level 3, level 1 Tuna monster. And that's going to bring out our Puzzle. And Puzzle is really cool, because when Puzzle goes to the graveyard, during the end phase, you can add back a SPEEDROID card from your graveyard to your hand, which is obviously great follow-up if you just add a double yo-yo back to hand for the next turn. Alright, then you have a 4 and a 4, one being a Tuna, one not being one. So we can just go straight into a copy of your Cyber/Harpy Lady. So from a 2-card combo, we're going to have follow-up from the end phase. We add back our double yo-yo. So all this from just a 2-card combo, we've added on 1 yo-yo in hand, multiple back row from whatever cards you had in your opening hand, and yeah, Cyber/Harpy, and it's just a really strong end board, obviously. So yeah, that's basically going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed these combos. Remember, if you want to see my full deck list as well as any other deck list based around all the new stuff coming from the new box, remember to like and subscribe, as I'll have a whole bunch of videos coming out once the new box is released. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this sort of combo video. I don't normally do these, but yeah, if you guys enjoy them, let me know and I'll do more of them when new sort of content's being released. I can do sort of pre-box combo videos. I don't do them that often, so yeah, if you do enjoy them, let me know. And yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and laters. And yeah, where is my end button?